Meet KENDRA. She is a self-sport in a land of fantasy and adventure. If you enjoy sword and sorcery in the tradition of Dungeons and Dragons, then seek out KENDRA the Sellsword #1. Now on Kickstarter.
Hello everyone, this is Ben Dunn, founder of Antarctic Press, a small, independent comic book publishing company founded in 1985, coming up to our 40th anniversary. We will be having a big birthday bash in 2025, March 15th. Hopefully you'll be there. I'm also the creator of such comics as Ninja High School, Warrior Nun, Tomorrow Girl, the Marvel Mangaverse, and now my newest creation, KENDRA, is live on Kickstarter. Hope you'll be a backer. You know, it used to be a time where people took responsibility for their failures. What do I mean by that? Well, it seems like nowadays no one wants to admit when they've created something that's failed. You know, you need to own up to your failures. You know, it doesn't do you any good to blame somebody else, especially if you're a creator of an IP or something original. I mean, we're not perfect. None of us are. You know, though I think that anyone who says they are, they're either fooling themselves or they're incredibly narcissistic. And it's not a good look, honestly. You know, there is something about being, low-key, humble. I mean, there's some personalities out there who are very bombastic. That's fine. I think the problem lies is when you start blaming others for your failure. I mean, if it's a team effort, it's kind of hard to pinpoint one particular person to blame a failure on. But it usually has to be the person in charge. If you're the one overseeing a project, then it's up to that person in charge to take responsibility for the failure of things. There have been many, in some cultures, sometimes failure is lethal. Especially if it's something that's life or death. Back in the day, I'm a big fan of military history. If there was oftentimes when a commander that failed in a particular campaign or operation did not achieve their goal or was instrumental in a catastrophic loss, they would take their own lives, or they would be executed. Now, I'm not saying that we should go that length. I mean, after all, we're just in it doing comics and movies and whatever, I don't think it has to go that far. But I'm saying that you need to take responsibility for your failures. Learn from them. Try to find something that, find out why it didn't resonate with people. I mean, sometimes a failure later on becomes a success. There have been many instances where something has been created, and it was just too new or too different. People didn't understand it at that time. That later become tremendous hits, cult classics. But a lot of them didn't blame their initial failure on the people at that time. They accepted the judgment of the people at that time, and they just over time, people began to realize just how brilliant, how why didn't they see this before, type of thing. So, but by lambasting, your detractors, that only creates more animosity, and it also creates more. It creates more of a tension between creators and fans, or the consumer. You don't want to alienate your consumer. That's the worst thing you can do. It befuddles me that there are creators out there who think that's a good strategy. Now, also, there can also be taking, a passion for a project too far on the other side. Some fans can take it too far in trying to defend whatever they like, and start attacking fellow fans. I mean, it's one thing to go and debate the merits of a particular project, a particular creation. It's another thing to all out attack and get them to destroy their livelihoods and destroy them as people. I'm just saying that the rhetoric needs to die down. We need to just simply accept the opinions of others that, yes, they're going to criticize things they don't enjoy. Yeah, it's just a matter of life. If you do like something and you're passionate about it, just enjoy it. If you want to defend it, but don't attack people, on a personal level, and especially don't attack their livelihood. That's the worst thing you can do, and it can backfire spectacularly. Just enjoy what you like, and ignore people who don't like it. If it's something good, eventually time will tell. It's just as simple as that. Try to just not be, the harbinger of chaos. Let's try to, enjoy what we can while we can. There's a lot of things I don't like, but I don't go out and start attacking the people who created it. A lot of people work hard on these things, and it's not up to me to judge, their abilities. All I know is the final product. And if I don't like the final product, then I don't like the final product. I just won't support it with my money. I'll just simply ignore it. Or I just want, maybe later on down the line I might change my mind. I mean, there's a lot of instances where initially I hated something at first, but have grown to enjoy it upon future viewings. I can change my mind. I mean, it can happen. But I didn't go out and immediately attack that particular creation right off the bat, because later on I may have to eat those words. And it just simply something that can easily be avoided by just keeping your mouth shut. But also at the same time, as a creator, if I'll be honest with you, in the last 40 plus years I've been in comic books, not every single, believe it or not every single creation I've had is hit it out of the ballpark. I mean, I do just well enough that I can continue doing what I'm doing, and I'm happy with that. I'm very content. If I've been very lucky that one of my creations, Warrior Nun, got a 2-season Netflix show. I can't say that I have to be satisfied with that, because that's something that I created that's made it beyond simply the scope of being a comic. And hopefully that will translate into other possibilities. Now, I think that the rhetoric that's going on in fandom is just getting out of control, and we need to pull it back a notch. It's just simply not productive, and it's not conducive to, encouraging, other creators to take a chance on getting things out there. So if you're a creator and you failed at a particular project, take a step back, find out why you think it didn't resonate, and then own up to that failure. If you can find out why it didn't work, maybe you can change it and present it again in a way that people will finally accept it. Or you can just beating your head against the wall. That's what they say about the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So anyway, please check out KENDRA now on Kickstarter. I think you'll really like it. It's a really fun comic book. And until next time, this is Ben Dunn signing off.